Yeah, okay, I know I've been gone for a while, but I have a good explanation for that. The thing about my videos, I try to make them better than the last video, so I had to take some time with this video, because it seems like you guys really do enjoy my animation videos, or halfway animated videos. Plus, I have been crazy busy. I just finished my album. It's currently at 25 songs, or beats, or whatever you want to call it. I realize that that's a bit long, so I might do it in like 3 volumes or something. But I have to make sure people don't take credit for my work, so I'm trying to get it copyrighted. Then I had to finish up my schedule for gaming, and I said this like multiple times in each of my videos, but I always feel like I need to say it for some reason. I have to make videos up until December, so in college I can just do what college students do. I have made 105 videos so far, and my videos will last all the way up to January 22, 2020. So during college, I don't have to worry about uploading my videos because they're on schedule. Every 3 days a new video will be posted on my YouTube channel. I also added a new project on my list with my roommate Danny Martin. We are currently developing our own comic book. We already have rough drafts of the characters, a few pictures, and the hero designs. And a little bit of storyline, but we're still working on it. So yeah, I've been crazy busy. I basically ruined my whole summer by working hard on my YouTube channel. So it will mean a lot to me if you guys subscribe and like my video, because vlogs and gaming are coming soon. So I got some good news and some bad news. After this animation video, I would officially caught up to my schedule on YouTube. But that also means that there's no need for me to continue my animation videos. But I got so many people saying that they really like my small animation videos that I decided that I'll animate a video once a month. I'll try because I'm, again, in college and, you know, views make the channel, so. Also, I have huge plans for 2020 that I'm really looking forward to. But anyway, let's get into today's video. So I decided to do a poll on which video I will do, me getting arrested or Dream Girl. And apparently you guys like personal stories, so thanks for that, because now you have to hear a sad and depressing story over a funny story. But hey, I'll try to make this as funny as I can. Okay, this is a story that I usually keep very close to the vest, but now I'm about to share it on YouTube. Hopefully you guys can learn from my mistakes and take something away from the story. And also, for the sake of privacy, I decided to use anime names instead of actual names, because anime is literally the title and the name of my YouTube channel, so why not? And if you go to my school, like back in high school, you most likely know who I'm talking about. This is the story about how I lost my dream girl. This story starts around, I would say, middle school. And there was this girl whose name was Ochako. Now, we knew each other since around elementary, but we never really fully talked until middle school. It is important to know that most of the guys in my class really like this girl. And I understand, because she's insanely smart, very pretty, and really funny. But at the time, I didn't have feelings for her. Not in like that way. I just saw her as a friend. Two of my friends, Mineta and Bakugo, really wanted to impress Ochako. So it was a competition to see who can win her heart first. I was not involved because, like I said, I just saw her as a friend. But one of my friends who was competing won her over, and I was actually there when he asked her out. The guy who lost the love battle, I'm gonna call him Bakugo, he was not happy at all. But I think it was like 2 weeks later and he started dating somebody else. Now, I was friends with her and her new boyfriend. And since we were in middle school, they weren't really allowed to be alone together just yet. And they wanted to go to Busch Gardens. So what did they do? They invited the third wheel master, which is me.
Ooh, you suck!
However, like you can guess, in a middle school relationship, they eventually broke up. and she actually started dating another friend of Bakugo. Yeah, I know this guy got shut down not once but twice, so yeah. But Bakugo always told me if Ochako asked him out, he would drop the girl that he's currently dating real quick. And at the time, I could never see me and Ochako getting together. I saw her as this perfect being, and I was the awkward kid who would just get excited for morning anime. And I, at the time, cannot be around more than 7 people or I tend to get nervous. Actually, yeah, still to this day, I still can't hang out with more than 7 people or I tend to get nervous. And her, she can be friends in a group of 3,000 people and she'll honestly just be fine. She can be friends with like anybody, really. Towards 11th grade, she was dating somebody else other than Karamari. When I really took notice of her was actually in the 11th grade. I talked about in the last video my first ever anxiety attack. I'll go over the story really quickly. I had an anxiety attack at school and had to be taken to the hospital, and then after that, I stayed home for a little while. What I didn't tell you was after what happened. So when I was out for a couple of days, only 5 people texted me to see if I was okay. Yeah, that's right. Just 5. 2 of the 5 was teachers. So let me tell you, my self-esteem went like all the way down. Like my friend dragged me across the hallway while people were trying to get to class, and none of them cared or asked if I was okay. Bakugo asked if he can come to my house and check up on me. I lied and told him I just wanted to sleep because honestly I was just heartbroken. I was like Buzz Lightyear from Toy Story at this moment, after he lost his arm and people just like treat him like a broken toy. Like some people that I thought was really close to me, they never asked if I was okay. So it made me think, do they even care? Then later, I got a text from Ochako, and she asked me if I was alright, and she was just checking up on me. My 2 close friends, 2 teachers, and Ochako cared about my well-being. After that, this is when I start to look at her a little bit different. But she was still dating someone else, but you know, this is when I like started to take notice of her. Now I saw her as a really close friend because she actually took the time to make sure that I was okay out of a whole entire school where the ambulance drove up in front of the school and whisked me away in that little, I guess little bed looking thing, but yeah, only 5 people out of a whole school made sure that I was okay. Later on, her and her current boyfriend broke up, and I wanted to be there for her like she was there for me, because honestly I felt like I really need to repay her kindness for that one act that she has done for me. I'm not going to give everything away because I'm sure everybody at my school knows who I'm talking about at this point, so there's really no need to explain. And I don't want my 17 subscribers messaging my friend and her about this because it's kind of already embarrassing enough to talk about it, but hey. So senior year came around, and I would say we slowly got closer during that year. Like when we would walk through the halls, she would occasionally grab my hand, but usually I was walking with Bakugo, so when she did that, I could tell it really affected him in a negative way. One day, a teacher asked Bakugo if he can help her fix a desk, and he asked Ochako if she wanted to go with him. And her response was, "Is David going?" Yeah, I know, crazy, right? She was actually asking if I was going to fix something. I'm terrible at fixing things. Bakugo blew up my phone, begging me to come with him, because he says this is a great opportunity for her to like sorta like him, at least get him into the friend status. So as the loyal friend and the third wheel king as I am, I decided to go. And plus the teacher was paying. Who's gonna say no to a little bit of green, my guy? And let me tell you, Bakugo was acting like it was Christmas. He was saying all types of things. Like he was so happy that Ochako was coming. And my job was just to shut up and let him do most of the talking, because he really needs to get into the friend zone so that he can get out of the friend zone. It's important to know that Ochako really does not like Bakugo before this point, like at all. Like, she did her absolute best to avoid this dude. I'm not going to tell you what happened because I don't fully remember the story, but he said something that she definitely did not like. So we picked Ochako up. Me and her talked for about like 30 seconds till I got the death stare from Bakugo, and I just shut up and let him do most of the talking the whole time. Later, we finished the desk and she gave us the money, but Ochako didn't want to take the money because she really didn't help. She just spent time with the teacher. And Bakugo really didn't want the money because he was trying to oppress Ochako. And I was the only one that was willing to take the money because your boy is broke, my dude. I didn't have a job at the time. However, I wasn't going to be the black guy and just take the money. So I decided that we should go out to eat all together and I would pay for it. Later on, after we dropped off Ochako, I had to hear Bakugo talk about this day. He was just going on and on and on, saying it was the best day of his life. He had so much fun, and he really think God put her in his life. And he was saying how God wants him and her to get together.
Larry, what the hell are you doing?
Larry!
Larry, you can't just... Oh,
Larry! Oh, are you all right? How did...
Larry!
Yeah, that's how bad he liked this girl. And that's why it was important that I couldn't like her. Later in the year, she wanted to go to this party, because I'm not going to say what she really wanted to go to. But we went with friends and we danced and we went to the arcade till like 2 a.m. Way past my 7 o'clock bedtime. Hashtag I like my sleep. And what does every party have to have? An incredibly slow song. And I had to dance with her. You have no idea how unbelievably hard it was for me to keep it completely platonic. It took everything I had to not pull her aside and tell her how I feel.
Hey, how you doing, little mama? Let me whisper in your ear. Tell you something that you might like to hear.
Bakugo would look at me differently and possibly might hate me. So I just decided to keep those feelings at bay. There was a time where I was planning on telling Ochako how I felt. So what happened was Bakugo wanted to go to Busch Gardens. He invited Ochako and me and asked if we wanted to go. We said sure, and we decided to make it into a group thing. But then everybody canceled, even Bakugo, and it was just me and her. So I asked her if she wasn't comfortable going with me alone. That's honestly fine. And she said she was absolutely fine just going, me and her. We were walking around Busch Gardens, and I was just staring at her, amazed how pretty she was. And I thought, you know what? It's kind of hard just holding everything back. Is it really wrong for me to tell her how I feel? I mean, what harm could it do? Hey, Ochako? Yes? I like... Just then my phone dinged, and it was Bakugo. He asked how everything was going at Busch, and he was saying how sad that he wasn't there. And he told me that he was planning on confessing his feelings to her at the park. So I looked into her brown eyes and said, I'm hungry. And we went to go get ice cream. It's important to know that Bakugo already asked her out twice, and she said no both times. And I had to deal with sad Bakugo, really. On Valentine's Day, the school would do the occasional flowers where you can send to people. Well, I sent her one, and she sent me one. And that was the first time I ever got anything for Valentine's Day. And I'm not gonna lie, I was kind of like... Graduation came around and it was time for us to say our goodbyes. She walked up to me and gave me a really, really tight hug. As she started to walk away, I really wanted to grab her hand and do the
Every kiss begins with K.
on the cheek though, but I saw Bakugo was closed, so I chose not to do it. It's important to know that Bakugo was also messing around with his ex and pursuing other girls during this time with everything going on. He was a player back then, and Ochako knew that, so that's probably why she never really gave him any chance with her. Later, when I was visiting colleges, the whole time, Bakugo was telling me to send these messages to his ex-girlfriend because she blocked him. Then I finally had the thought, why am I trying to spare this guy's feelings when he's trying to mess around with his ex and other girls? So I finally decided this is the time where I'm actually going to tell her. This is the time where I'm going to tell Ochako how I feel about her. Later that night, me and Bakugo got on Xbox and we found out that his ex-girlfriend was dating an actual friend of me and Bakugo's, and he was a really, really close friend. Seeing how Bakugo acted, he was mad, and I could tell he was mostly hurt because he basically just got betrayed by one of his closest friends. So I couldn't tell her. I couldn't betray him now, of all times. What type of friend would I be? Seeing how devastated Bakugo was, I guess I made the right choice in not telling her that day about how I felt, because I honestly don't think he could have handled two friends betraying him. Way later down the road, I got a text from Ochako. She asked me how I was and if I was really moving to Florida. Then something told me this was it. If I didn't tell her how I felt now, this will be her closure. Do I choose my best friend's feelings? Or do I choose my dream girl? Well, you know the title of the video, so you know my answer. Months passed, and of course she got a new boyfriend. And I was happy for her. I was honestly happy for her, because she had someone who made her happy. And honestly, that's all I ever wanted for her. I don't want you guys thinking that Bakugo was a terrible friend, because he wasn't. Because I never told him about my feelings for her. He didn't know. I didn't want him to know. Because if he knew, I knew that it will cause some sort of tension between us. So I kept it close to the vest. Maybe if I talked to him about it, he would probably understand. But the way he would talk about her and sometimes shoot me down about us ever being a thing, I honestly don't think he would have. But it's alright, because she's happy. And I'm sort of happy, I guess. What people don't know is the reason why I decided to do community college and stay in Virginia was honestly because of her. I sort of just wanted to be around, so if she needed me, I would be here. But it all worked out. I have friends in college now, and we're always laughing and joking, so it worked out in the end. Oh, Chaco, if somehow you watch this video, which I doubt you do because my videos are weird, surprise! If you ever wondered why I never pursued, which I doubt you ever did, I hope this clears things up. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I've sort of made a song about the whole situation, so I guess I can play it right now. I hope you guys enjoy.
Boost your morale.
Wait, so you thought I was just gonna release my song for free? No. I'm gonna have to get 100 likes on this video in order for me to release my song. 100 likes equals song. Share this on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. And if we get 100 likes, I will drop the song. And remember, you guys asked for this personal, sad video. I was honestly just going to talk about how I just got arrested, but I guess I'll save that for the next video. Goodbye!